Hello, my name is Oscar Lagunas Sandoval. I am from Cuernavaca, Morelos, Mexico, and I am studying the career of touristic and hospitality administration in the University of Tec Milenio Campus Cancun in the last semester. And today I'm going to talk about how it is important to a person to become global in this modern world, in this modern society. And this is for the subject of Advanced English Level 3. First of all, I want to define what it is the concept of globalization for me. For me, globalization is the act of becoming part of the world. It can be in a business, it can be a person who is becoming globalized, or it can be even a society. Globalization is when this person, when this society, or when this business become global, become part of the same business or of the same aspect, but with all the people around the world, mixing their cultures, mixing their traditions. All this is always looking and searching for a better way of developing the same business or the same work or the same projects that you want to develop with, and the project that you want to develop. I think that it is fundamental to become global nowadays, because you are not only competing with yourself or with your society, with your local community. Every day, in every aspect, in everything, even in education, in business, you are competing with all the world, because what you are making here in Mexico, another person wants the exact same success, the same project in, for example, in Japan or the USA or in Australia. That's why you need to be very competitive, and instead of closing to the new markets, to the new countries, you have to search for ways to become part of all this globalized world and try to gain some benefits about these international competitions, instead of giving up and thinking, oh no, how I'm going to compete with these people. You can bring benefits from this instead. In this case, I'm going to specify on how globalization can help us to society itself, and I'm going to use a very common and clear example that is we're suffering nowadays, and we suffered the last year. That is the pandemic because of the coronavirus, the COVID-19, originated in China. This is a clear example that something originated in China unfortunately affect us here in Mexico and all around the world. This is an example of, unfortunately, globalization can bring negative issues also, but it gave us, I think, better examples of how globalization is making the world better. We learned that it's not necessary to be, for example, physically in our jobs, in our schools, to make the same projects, the same works, and it can still these projects can still have the same success as by doing it online than by doing them physically. This is also showed us that it's not necessary to be, for example, I do not need to be in Japan to be part of a project or a business made in Japan. This globalized world, and by the help obviously with internet, can help us to become part of whatever you want, whatever project, whatever business that you want to do. The sports, for example, you can know what's happening in the football league of the Netherlands, of Belgium, without needing to be there. This is only, you can make it by knowing how to use this globalization, and it can be in everything. For example, I think that it's very necessary to be pending on what's happening of the news, the international news, because what happens here in Mexico can affect the Germany. What happens in Africa can affect the US by economically speaking and politically speaking, all the world is connected nowadays. In conclusion, I think that to become a professional, to become a successful professional, you need to be part of this globalization that the world is suffering nowadays. And some people think that this is affecting us, for example, with the coronavirus example. But I think that it's bringing better things to us, because at the same time that China brought us this virus, they are helping us a lot with the vaccines, as many countries are helping all around the world to receive the vaccines. This is only thanks to globalization. So I can conclude that it's very important to become a global person. Thanks a lot. I'm Oscar.